Hello, everybody. Time to join in. If you're around, please do. Come and enjoy a quiz like you've maybe not enjoyed one before. We haven't put that on silent.
There's 11 people.
Oh, 11! Exciting. We're just going to wait a few minutes because I think it's only 19:30 now, so we will just step up in a few minutes while I just have a little swig of something to get me going. This is actually not from Acorns because we don't sell that brand. Good. What's very strange about this is hopefully you have the pleasure of seeing me, but I sadly do not get the pleasure of seeing you or know who's there or what's actually going on. But Vicky says, all good looking good. And she said that funny thing to me that people do before you go on stage about break a leg. And I'm not quite sure where that comes from, but
that's looking good before they've even seen
question.
Me.
I know, you haven't even seen Colin yet. Come on, Colin, get in there. 45. Now, Kerry, hello, lovely. The right stuff are here. That's all I need to know. Not really. I need to know who else is there. Di, yes, I really missed that call too. Chris, yes, back of the net. Jack, Lucy. Yeah, I need another training session from you, Jack, pretty quick. Darren, I've seen you for ages. I'm not Mart, I'm Mary. I haven't had a sex change yet, Darren. Change that immediately. Tom, are you in there as well? Mary, yeah, that'll do. Thank you. Questions all lined up. We are, oh, Jenny, hello, Jenny.
Sophie, Drew. Hi,
lovely.
Drew. Hi, Sophie.
Hi. Sue, Marcus.
I have to come in to wave, especially to you.
Lizzie and Darryl, Chris Bradbury. Oh God, this is so nice. Thank you.
Right, I'm starting to get intimidated.
Yeah, okay,
now.
we're getting. Oh, Sarah Bunn, the bunnies are here. I'm feeling, quite excited, really. I am actually. Angela. Hello, Angela's Army. Oh, how nice. Thank you for joining in. Something's working. Raphaela. Sylvia, are you there? Nigel Martin.
Nige. Hi, Nige.
You haven't seen him since you were 12, have you, Colin? Callum Finton. God, 50, Gary, don't you start shouting at me, will you?
We'll probably hear Gary from here.
Marshall. Hello from the Marshalls. Yeah, those empty bottles, I know. The very, very big one on my left, your right, presumably. That was, I had that at my 21st, all to myself. Yeah, no, all right. Don't show off, Colin. It's an unattractive habit. Oh, he's gone. Well done. Yeah, he's gone now. He's left me to it. Monica, how fabulous. Thank you. Hannah, Baron, yes. Catherine, lovely. Sue. Okay, I think we'll just keep going for another couple of minutes and then we will start. Hello, Ellie. Hi. Very simple quiz, 5 rounds, one of which is a music round being played for us by Rowley. Some of you who will have been at the club will have seen him. He comes on New Year's Day and other times as well, and that's exceptionally kind of him. Probably the person, hello Heather and Ken on parade.
John,
Elsa.
Sarah with Nige. What's going on there?
I don't know.
Why aren't you isolating?
A threesome. Yeah, why aren't you isolating? Oh, because they're doing it on Zoom. Probably the single most important person to thank, and saying thank yous is very important, is to John from Cave, Copthorne Audio Visual Equipment, without whom I would say it's a very high chance this wouldn't be happening. He's been immensely supportive, as always calm, always nice, doesn't make me feel a complete fool. And he doesn't make Colin feel a complete fool either, which is possibly even more important. So thank you very much, John. And please go on, if you can, and like and follow his Facebook page, Cave, Copthorne Audio Visual Equipment. We'll come back to that later, John, but hopefully that's all right for now.
That's your plug.
That's your plug for now. But lots of other support from other people as well. And it's all really, really greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. And there will be a lot of partying to do once we all get back. Hi, Rob. Nice to see you. Rowley's on. Right, we can invite Rowley. Okay. Right. Should I read a disclaimer first of all? Just about those people that enter a quiz from Acorns. There are No cash prizes tonight, but we will sort something out if you come in the top 5, probably. And I haven't spoken to Michael yet. I don't know if Michael's in yet. Michael, are you there yet? But we need to sort something out if you come in the top 5. We're going to ask you to send in your total scores at the end, and Colin will sort those out and we'll see who's where. In the meantime, team names are quite helpful. No cash prizes, not yet. So, and you will be marking your own, because that's the only way really we can do it. So if you decide to err on the side of not playing the game completely honestly, then I think that's entirely up to you. And I've now done 2 of John's quizzes, and I've cheated both times quite a lot. So there you go.
Quite effectively.
Quite effectively, actually. Yeah. But it's a moral debate perhaps for some other time. So it's good evening from Acorns' first ever online quiz coming from our kitchen. Tonight's about having some fun in these very strange times. So please enjoy it and let us have any feedback. You can do the quiz on Facebook Live, which I think probably lots of you are doing, and you can also connect via a smart TV or laptop to our YouTube channel at Acorns Health Club. That worked really well for us the other week when we were doing John's quiz, I have to say. So you just need a pen and pencil, something to write with, and a piece of paper. 5 rounds, each worth 10 points, and you'll mark your own answers at the end. And then, as I said, we'll ask for your team name and final score. So let's see how you all get on. For those who are new to this system, I think you can mostly see that there's a column where you can add in your comments, and we'll do our best to keep up with those and ignore them if we don't like them, which is one of the many ways it is actually better than doing it at the club when people come up and question my judgment or ability, or indeed to one of the other members of the team like Vicky or Colin, who are both here with me tonight. Vicky remotely, but Colin by my side. Hello, Linda and John Quilty, how lovely to have you. So from that point of view, I think it's probably a little easier. Right, it is the first time we've done this. We've had a lot of support, but it's impossible to do a practice run in the sense that you only can go live once and you're straight on. Hair and makeup weren't available, the stretcher limo didn't arrive, and the Gucci budget didn't stretch to much, or the budget for Gucci didn't stretch to much. But please bear with us if we get any technical issues. About 3 minutes before we go to do live, we completely lost signal. But we're back. I've already said thanks to John Matthews, and it's very heartfelt. He set the bar very high with his own regular weekly quizzes on Thursdays. There'll be one tomorrow. They are brilliant. Big thanks also to Rowley, who's coming on later on to do the music round. And as always to Vicky and Colin for more than doing their bit. So I think we're good to go. We've got a nice group of people. Thank you so much for joining us. Round 1, if you're ready, is called Name That Game. Name That Game. So put your fingers on the buzzers or get your pens and pencils out and let's get a cracking. Okay. So the first question in the first round, in the first Acorns online quiz, our 4th birthday quiz, by the way, which will become relevant a bit later on. So name that game. Question 1, ancient Chinese tile-based game. Ancient Chinese tile-based game. Question number 2. Board game in which you take a chance. Board game in which you take a chance. Question number 3. A song of ice and fire. A song of ice and fire. Ooh, hello Team Torpits. Question number 4. When x equals 8 and y equals 4. When x equals 8 and y equals 4. Colin's looking a bit puzzled. I thought that was rather a good one. Number 5. Series of science fiction adventure films with Jennifer Lawrence. Series of science fiction adventure films with Jennifer Lawrence. Number 6. Nice to see you, nice. Nice to see you, nice. Hello, Charlie. Charlie's here, Colin.
Which Charlie?
Charlie's School.
Oh, Charlie. Ah, Charlie, you feature later on.
I was supposed to say that. We're on to question number 7. Make Cavity Sam better. Make Cavity Sam better. Number 8. They think it's all over. It is now. Which game? They think it's all over. It is now. Which game? Okay, just been asked to repeat number 6. I'll do that. Nice to see you, nice. So we're up to number 9 now. A card game for engineers. A card game for engineers. And the final question, and I will repeat these questions at the end, is video game developed in 2011 by Mojang with sales of over 180 million. Certainly one of the best-selling video games. Video game developed in 2011 by Mojang with sales of over 180 million.
It's not showing.
Okay, just let me repeat the questions. Number 1, ancient Chinese tile-based game. Number 2, board game in which you take a chance. Number 3, a song of ice and fire. Number 4, when x equals 8 and y equals 4. Number 5, series of science fiction adventure films with Jennifer Lawrence. Number 6, nice to see you, nice. Number 7, make cavity sound better. Number 8, they think it's all over. It is now. Which game? Number 9, a card game for engineers? Question mark. Number 10, video game developed in 2011 by Mojang with sales of over 180 million. Somebody, pour some bubbly, I will, Florian. Number 1, Rebecca, question number 1, ancient Chinese tile-based game. If you want to message me quickly to see if there's anything else to repeat, I'm happy to do that. No, I'm not pretending to sign. Sorry, I haven't got a signer. I can try and sort that out for another time. Okay, is everybody ready for the answers? And as I said, you're marking these yourself, and it's up to you. Okay, number 1 is Mahjong. Number 2 is Monopoly. Number 3 is Game of Thrones. Number 4 is Scrabble. Number 5, The Hunger Games. Number 6, The Generation Game. Number 7 is Operation. Number 8 is the 1966 Football World Cup. Number 9 is Bridge. And number 10 is Minecraft. Oh, Janet, sorry, I think I was a bit too, I will drink some more vodka. I think I was a bit too slow there to repeat 1 and 2 for you, sorry. But hopefully catch up in the next round. I'm sure you'll do fine. I'm just accepting some orders here from Darren, I think it is. Thank you. Okay. I think we can probably move on to round 2. Ooh, I've got a 10 out of 10. Okay. So, on picking up on our 4th birthday theme, it's hard to believe that Acorns is actually 4 years. This round is called 4, 4 and 4. F-O-R, F-O-U-R and F-O-R-E. And it's actually Vicky's round, by the way, but I'm going to read it. So off we go with number 1. What gift should be given for a 4th wedding anniversary? What gift should be given for a 4th wedding anniversary? I've never actually managed to be married for 4 years, so I don't actually know the answer to that one myself. Number 2. What is the name given to handheld hinged instruments used for grasping and holding objects, often used in childbirth? What is the name given to handheld hinged instruments used for grasping and holding objects, often used in childbirth?
Okay, you sent me an invite. Okay, so you just need to find it. I thought it showed up on the window quite early.
Number 3. Which upmarket food/department store would you find at 181 Piccadilly, London? Which upmarket food/department store would you find at 181 Piccadilly, London?
All right, cheers.
Number 4. Which online video game tells the story of a world in which 98% of the human population has disappeared and those that remain are under constant threat from zombies? Which online video game tells the story of a world in which 98% of the human population has disappeared and those that remain are under constant threat from zombies? Number 5. How do you say, or actually write in this instance, the number 4 in Italian? How do you say, well, actually write the number 4 in Italian? Number 6. Which industry does the Channel 4 programme 4 in the Bed focus on? Which industry does the Channel 4 programme 4 in the Bed focus on? Number 7, in musical terms, what does forte mean? In musical terms, what does forte, F-O-R-T-E, mean? Number 8, in the TV game show Family Fortunes, how many players are in each team? In the TV game show Family Fortunes, how many players are in each team? Number 9, in golfing terms, what should you do if someone shouts, "four"? In golfing terms, what should you do if someone shouts, "four"? And final question, number 10. Which is the largest rainforest in the world? Which is the largest rainforest in the world? Okay, I'll just quickly go through those questions again and then give you the answers. And Roly, this is just a heads up to you that after this round, we've got one more to go and then we'll be coming over to you. So please join us. Okay, just quickly go through these questions again. Number 1, what gift should be given for a 4th wedding anniversary? Number 2, what is the name given to handheld hinged instruments used for grasping and holding objects often used in childbirth? Number 3, which upmarket food/department store would you find at 181 Piccadilly, London? Number 4, which online video game tells the story of a world in which 98% of the human population has disappeared and those that remain are under constant threat from zombies? Number 5, how do you say/write for the number 4 in Italian? Number 6, which industry does the Channel 4 programme 4 in the Bed focus on? 7, in musical terms, what does forte mean? Number 8, in the TV game show Family Fortunes, how many players are in each team? Number 9, in golfing terms, what should you do if someone shouts "for"? And number 10, which is the largest rainforest in the world? Okay, are we ready for the answers? Everybody good? So, apparently for a 4th wedding anniversary, you've got a choice. You can either give fruit or flowers. Fruit or flowers gets you a point. The instruments are forceps. The upmarket food/department store in Piccadilly is Fortnum and Mason. Heather, I believe you know that quite well. The online video game is Fortnite. 4 in Italian is quattro. The Channel 4 programme is based on B&B/hotels, 4 in the Bed, B&B/hotels. In musical terms, forte means either loudly, with strength or intensity. Any one of those is fine. In the TV game show Family Fortunes, there are 5 players in each team. And in golfing terms, if someone shouts "for", you need to get out the way because it's quite possible a golf ball's heading in your direction. And the largest rainforest in the world is in the Amazonia, I suppose Amazon. Okay, so that was our 4-4-4 round. And we're going to move on to round number 3, which is a picture round. Let me know how you all got on in that round. And in the meanwhile, we're going to put up some pictures on the screen following on our 4th birthday in April. And all of these pictures you will see, they are images of people who have their birthdays in April. And all you need to do is say who they are, and it's a point for each correct answer. Over to Colin. Okay, so here we go. First picture. Okay, next one. Thank you.
Just talk to him. Let's talk to him again. Just ask him. Sorry.
Roly, if you're about at the moment, it'd be great if you'd sign in. If not, if there's some problem, maybe message us and let me know.
Say which number now, possibly.
Yeah, so that's number 4.
You say.
We'll go through these again as well after we've shown them the first time. Number 5.
It's Raffaella, isn't it?
Raphael is much more beautiful. Oh, well done, Janet. 8. Here we go for number 6. Hello, Roly. Hello. Number 7. She actually has her birthday on exactly the same day as Acorns, on the 11th. Number 8. Number 9. This person actually also has their birthday on the 11th as well. He's now a little bit older than that.
Don't say your scores.
And the final one, number 10. It's great to see what scores you're getting for each round, but actually what we will be doing is asking you to add them all up at the end, and then all of you sending in your final scores, because it's kind of a bit hit and miss at the moment to add them all in individually. So if you can make sure you've got a total of all of your scores at the end, and then we will put them in order once they all come in, if we can.
Sorry about taking that photo, Charlie. I just couldn't resist it.
Now, that's not supposed to come now, Colin. You were supposed to come in with that later, so hold your horses about Charlie. Let's go back to the beginning and we'll just show you them again. Okay, there we go. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Nine. And the final one. Okay, has everybody seen enough of those? Hope so. So we'll nip back to the first one, and then if you get ready to mark them. Sue. Okay, the first one is, of course, our Queen. I think her official birthday was just the other day. The second one, that is Michael Fassbender in 300, the movie 300. Michael Fassbender. Number 3 is Marlon Brando. Number 4, I think that's an almost unrecognisable unless you know the movie Eddie Murphy. Nutty Professor. Number 4, that is, of course, Emma Watson from Beauty and the Beast. Number 5, I beg your pardon, number 5. Thank you, Colin. Emma Watson from Beauty and the Beast. Number 6, that's Jackie Chan from Rush Hour. Number, did I get that wrong? No, number 7 is Joss Stone. Joss Stone. Number 8 is Penelope Cruz. Number 9, that is a young Jeremy Clarkson. A young Jeremy Clarkson. And the final one is, of course, Charlie Skilton, who has a wonderful tattoo of Shakespeare. And so, of course, the real answer is Shakespeare. But we enjoyed that one, Charlie. Thank you. We enjoyed the whole picture, actually. Thank you very much for letting us do that. Very well done, that tattoo, isn't it? Thank you. Okay, is everybody okay with that round? Any comments, anything you want me to do? So we've got through 3 quiz rounds in about 40 minutes. Yeah, 38 minutes. So much quicker than at the club, isn't it? Okay, before we go over to Rowley, I'll just get the thumbs up from Rowley when he's ready. I just wanted to, thanks Rowley, we'll be there in just a sec. Rowley's very kindly agreed to do this. Like I say, he comes to the club. He's a great guy, very good musician. So he's going to do a music round. And what you have to do in that music round is you're going to get 10 songs and you need to write down the name of the song and the name of the artist that you associate with that song. And Rowley's going to give you the answers. So again, you mark your own, you get half a point for each one. Okay, so overall it's worth 10 points, half a point for each one. And that's it. So take it away, Rowley, please. Let's share you. Add to stream.
Hi guys.
Hello, Rowley.
How you doing?
I don't know what these are.
I'm feeling a bit hard done by. We've only got 3 questions wrong at the moment, and we can't really take part. Okay, so right, song number 1. I'm going to play each one for only about 10 seconds, but then I'll repeat it. So I'll play sort of the first song twice, and then the second song twice, and so on. Oh, life is bigger. It's bigger than you. You are not me. The lengths that I would go to. And again. Oh, life is bigger. It's bigger than you. You are not me. The lengths that I would go to. Okay. Ba-da-ba. I did this last week for John and I only played 9 songs. So hopefully I can count to 10 this week. Okay, song 2. Run and tell all of the angels this could take all night. Think I need a devil to help me get things right. And again. Run and tell all of the angels this could take all night. Think I need a devil to help me get things right. Okay. If the sky that we look upon, yeah, should crumble and fall, or the mountain should tumble to the sea. If the sky that we look upon, yeah, should crumble and fall, all the mountains should tumble to the sea. Okay, that was number 3. Song number 4. So show me, family, all the blood that I would bleed. I don't know where I belong. I don't know where I was born. I can write a song. So show me, family, all the blood that I would bleed. I don't know where I belong. I don't know where I was born. I can write a song. Okay. Lubrication. Okay, that was 4. So number 5. Gentlemen, time please, you know we can't serve anymore. Now the traffic lights change to stop when there's nothing to go. And by 5 o'clock everything's dead, and every third car is a cab. And again. Gentlemen, time please, you know we can't serve anymore. Now the traffic lights change to stop when there's nothing to go. And by 5 o'clock everything's dead, every third car is a cab. I could have kept on because I like that song. Okay, that was number 5. Is that right? Number 6. Thinking about you. Summertime, think it was June. Yeah, you think it was June. Laying back, head on the grass, chewing gum and having some laughs. Yeah, having some laughs. And again. Thinking about you. Summertime, think it was June. Yeah, you think it was June. Laying back, head on the grass, chewing gum and having some laughs. Yeah, having some laughs. Okay. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do. That's all you get for that one. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do. Okay, so 3 more to go. Number 7. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3 more to go. That's it. Yeah. Is that all right?
Yes,
2, 4, 6. Yeah, that was number 7. It's number 8. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this task and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this task and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. Okay, number 9 is quite short because hopefully that's all you need. A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And finally, ooh. And the walls kept tumbling down in the city we love. Great clouds roll over the hill, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes and the walls kept tumbling down in the city we love, great clouds roll over the hill, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes okay, that's your 10. I'll give you a couple of minutes. All right then, guys, I will give you the song and then the original artist. So number 1 was Losing My Religion, and that was by REM. Number 2 was Learn to Fly, and that was the Foo Fighters. Number 3 was Stand By Me, and that was Ben E. King. Number 4 was called Ho Hey, strange one, and that was by the Lumineers. Number 5 Nothing Ever Happens by Delamitri. Number 6, that was Dakota by the Stereophonics. Number 7 was Yellow by Coldplay. Number 8, there are 2 titles to this. One was Good Riddance, and the other one is called Time of Your Life. So if you've got Good Riddance or Time of Your Life, that's fine. And that's by Green Day. Number 9 was American Pie by Don McLean. And then number 10 was Pompeii by the Mighty Bastille. I hope you did well. It's a shame I couldn't include myself into that one because I thought we were doing quite well. We've only got 3 wrong so far. So, yeah, good luck. Have a good night. Stay safe.
Thank you, Rowley. You are
No worries.
blooming wonderful. Thank you so much. I hope
you.
you all enjoyed that, everybody.
No, can I make a quick plug? Would that be okay, Mary?
Yeah. Now I shall see you soon for a few beers.
Yeah, no problem. Can I just let everyone know that I am doing a live on Sunday from 2 o'clock. So you just find me Rolly Anic Music. Is that okay? And then
of course, it's more than okay.
Great.
Speak to you tomorrow, and we'll put it on our social media as well.
That's great. I'll chuck a comment on in a sec. But yeah, have a great night. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Bye bye, Rowley. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, I hope you all enjoyed that, everybody. You got some of those or all of those. I would have found that quite difficult actually, but I'm not very musical. We're not very good at recording musical knowledge anyway. But thank you again, Rowley. That's fantastic. Okay, we are now coming up to our final round. And it's, I think, gone really quickly actually. Hopefully not dragged too much. Before we do the final round, which is called Feeling Fruity, I just wanted to put a big shout out for our Acorns online classes, which we launched pretty quickly after we had to close down. And we were able to do that through the really fantastic support from Chris Min, who I think is playing tonight. And it has been really, really amazing, the amount of help we've had from him. Other people, of course, have contributed, and that's been wonderful as well. But he has been really, really fantastic. So thank you. Nicole from our team at Acorns has been sitting in on these and providing support, and she's been wonderful and will continue to be wonderful. I'm sure she's doing social media for us at the moment, which of course is extremely important in these times. And then all the instructors, amongst them, Rob, Sue, Sarah St. John, Janet, Jack, Rachel and David. They're putting on a range of classes, which really are a great way of exercising. You see familiar faces, you see your instructor, they're done via Zoom, and you see other people in your class. So familiar faces and some new ones, because other people have been joining in from outside. They are completely free at the moment. They're going to continue to be free for NHS workers, and people are paying their subscriptions at the moment. But we'll update you on that. There's nothing changing right now. So that's been a really good thing that's come out of this very difficult time. So on to the last round, Feeling Fruity. Let me just find my question sheet, and we'll go with the last 10 questions. Again, 1 point for each correct answer. Number 1, what fruit makes the alcoholic drink perry? P-E-R-R-Y. What fruit makes the alcoholic drink perry? Number 2, who is mother to a daughter named Apple? Who is mother to a daughter named Apple? Number 3, what other fruit apart from apple has been used to name technology goods? What other fruit apart from apple has been used to name technology goods? One of three that I could think of. You just need to name one of them. Rob, I didn't know you had a dog called Apple. Number 4. Name either the director of the film Clockwork Orange or the author of the book. Name either the director of the film Clockwork Orange or the author of the book. Number 5. Which fruit is on top of the Wimbledon men's trophy? Which fruit is on top of the Wimbledon men's trophy? Number 6. Which fruit is the name of a leading fashion retail chain? Which fruit is the name of a leading fashion retail chain? Number 7. What is the name of the American comedy drama series on Netflix based on the character Piper Chapman? What is the name of the American comedy drama series on Netflix based on the character Piper Chapman? Number 8. Which fruit has types called plum and cherry? Which fruit has types called plum and cherry? Number 9. Which group performs songs such as Linger, You and Me, and Dreams? Which group performs songs such as Linger, You and Me, and Dreams? And the final question of the quiz, unless you want to do an optional round, and I have got one more round tucked up my sleeve, but I'm getting a look from Colin. Number 10. Which fruit was originally known as a Chinese gooseberry? Which fruit was originally known as a Chinese gooseberry? And whilst you're answering that, I have been very rightly asked to give a big, big clap and support for AFC Acorns, both the men's and women's teams. Huge part of our club now, and just brought a lovely amount of support and fun to the club. And we all cannot wait until we start the season again. And lots of support to them. Very, very proud and pleased to be associated with all of them, even you, Dave Satchel. So I'll go through those questions again. Oh, somebody has said, yes, please, another round. Gosh.
I can't handle the scoring.
No, he can't handle the scoring, but I could do that round as an extra round while you're doing the scoring.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get on it. Number 1, what fruit makes the alcoholic drink perry? 2, who is mother to a daughter named Apple? 3, what other fruit apart from apple has been used to name technology goods? Number 4, name either the director of the film Clockwork Orange or the author of the book. Number 5, which fruit is on top of the Wimbledon men's trophy? Number 6, which fruit is the name of a leading fashion retail chain? Number 7, what is the name of the American comedy drama series on Netflix based on the character Piper Chapman? Number 8, which fruit has types called plum and cherry? Number 9, which group performs songs such as Linger, You and Me and Dreams? And number 10, which fruit was originally known as a Chinese gooseberry? Oh, yes. Okay, Michael, more cameo appearances by Colin, please, on the left-hand side. Come on in, Colin.
I'm on the right. Do my things.
Calm down, dear. Okay, let's go through the answers for this round. Number 1 is pear. Pear makes perry. Gwyneth Paltrow has a daughter called Apple, and Rob has a dog called Apple. Is it a bitch, Rob, or a dog? You could have had for number 3, blackberry, apricot, remember those? Probably not, or orange. Blackberry, apricot, or orange. The director of Clockwork Orange is Stanley, or was Stanley Kubrick, and the author is Anthony Burgess. On top of the Wimbledon men's trophy is a very gorgeous silver pineapple. The fashion retail chain is Mango. Orange is the New Black is the series based on the adventures of Piper Chapman, one of Netflix's most watched series. Plum and cherry are types of tomato. You cannot have a quiz round on fruit without bringing in tomatoes. Cranberries is the group that performs those songs, the Cranberries. And a Chinese gooseberry was the original name for the kiwi fruit, kiwi. Answer number 2. Yes, Gwyneth Paltrow.
John's come up with raspberry pie. You may be bluffing.
Oh, John Barron, are you bluffing me, raspberry pie, or do you know something I don't? Number 2, Nige, is Gwyneth Paltrow. She has a daughter named Apple. She's the person that consciously uncoupled. Mulberry? Heather, those are handbags, aren't they? I don't think so.
But you can cheat.
But you can cheat, Heather, yeah. And I've still got that lovely little box from Fortnum & Mason's you gave me with chocolate. Also, apricot is a brand, yes, but it's not a retail chain, Sophie, I don't believe. No, I didn't say fashion range. I said fashion retail chain. No, I'm not loving that. But it's up to you at the end of the night.
I thought the idea of this was they couldn't answer back.
Yeah, I know. They can answer answer back, but you can ignore the comments, which you can't in
we
the
ignore
room.
them. I'm going to cover up that part of the screen.
Oh dear. Okay, has everybody got everything there that they need? I think so. Okay, Colin is now going to speak.
Am I?
Yeah.
What we probably need everyone to do is to total up, give us your team name and your total score. Put in the comments if you could avoid other comments during that time, because I'm going to have my work cut out while Mary sings you a song and does a dance routine.
Oh God, has another swig.
Possibly undresses. Finish off a bottle of vodka. You going to do the poem, or should we show the?
I think there are two things we've got lined up for you now. If you don't mind bearing with us whilst you put in your scores and add them up. One is a poem that's been written by Colin's mother, who's a mere 93 this July. And it's worthy of a read, worthy of a listen. And the other one is a very funny little video clip. Well, we found it very funny, and we hope you do too. You may have already seen it because these things go around pretty quickly, but it's pretty good. So sit with it, and then I have got, if anybody wants to stay on for my extra round, they can, but we won't be marking it. It won't come in to the final score. But as I've done it, and it won't really last till the next quiz we do, anybody who wants to do it, they're very welcome to. So I'm going to start with a poem, which is called Coronavirus. And here it goes. There is chaos in the nation, and the world is on its knees, facing social isolation and mass problems such as these, with whole families trapped in lockdown. To me, there's nothing seedier. From the public to the very crown, we depend on social media. I remember with nostalgia the happy moment when I celebrated I had reached my 80 years and 10. Some people said, "Hey, good for you. Well, now you can sit back." They little knew that very soon the future would be black. We're managing the lockdown and we haven't got the virus. We've lots of help from loving friends who on the whole admire us. They shop for food and buy us things that feed us well and suit us. My problem is I've got to learn to cope with strange computers. With virtual banking, Messenger, and maybe even Zoom. With laptops, tablets, Instagram, and Echo in my room. With friends discussing awful woes and deaths and fears and feeling. Well, I converse with half a face, some bookshelves, and a ceiling. What's this pandemic going on, and what's to do with me? I'm horrified and helpless as I view it on TV. While, maybe to protect myself from all the doom and need, I read book titles on their shelves to guess what books they read. We long for normal living, a return to health and plenty, and a decent chance I'll reach my aim of 80 years and 20. So that's for Pat, really an exceptional and extraordinary woman. Both Colin's parents are. And when you can put something like that together whilst you're juggling Messenger, and she speaks to us via all sorts of different ways now, it's pretty amazing. Okay, you're not allowed to make any comments because Colin's asked you not to. So we're now going to play you a little clip while we suit along these scores, which you hopefully will find amusing. If it doesn't tickle your fancy, we apologise.
We think it's for real. We're not.
But we're not sure. We'd be very interested to know what you think afterwards.
What is going on with this? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. It's all gone horribly wrong, Mary. Do another round.
Oh, right.
Hang on. Let me see if I can just get that back. Reopen, close, tab. Please come back. That'll do. Okay.
Right, hang on a sec. Let's get you some sound.
And the beaches being open, because I think there are some things that y'all just do not understand. First of all, we are not talking about Miami. Miami is where y'all got the virus, because down there in Miami, you got all them Mexicans in there drinking all that Corona beer. We do not drink Corona beer here in the city of Jacksonville. We drink Natural Light. Why do we drink natural light? Because it's natural and because it's light. And we don't drink it in them fancy bottles. We drink it in aluminum cans. And aluminum cans cannot have the coronavirus because they are not glass. They are aluminum. So that's number one. And number two, y'all don't realize that down here in Jacksonville, it is hot. I don't mean hot like they're in Minnesota or wherever where y'all think 70 degrees is hot. It's hot like 95 degrees all the time. And the virus cannot live when it is that hot. So that's number two. And we knew that we were going to have to be out in the hot. That's why we bought all that TP, because see, we are some big people here in Jacksonville because we know how to eat right. So you got to take that TP and you got to put it down in them places where you get all sweaty just to kind of keep everything tight. You know what I mean? So that's joke's on you. That's what all the toilet paper's for. And most importantly, what we got here in them beaches is we got salt. And if you know anything, you know that salt makes everything better. Think about it. Bacon, grits, black-eyed peas, boiled peanuts, what they all got in common? They got salt. Salt fixes everything. So you come out here in that hot and you drinking your natural light and you in that salt water, you can't get the virus. So we shouldn't have never had our beaches closed in the first place. So y'all can say everything you want about Florida, but just keep in mind when you say those things, you are not talking about Jacksonville. You are talking about Miami, where they got all the Mexicans drinking that glass imported Corona beer. Here in Jacksonville, we know what we're doing. We're going to be just fine, so you don't need to worry about us.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it's just, I'm going to try and get back to this one without removing it. Oh, thank goodness for that. All right.
I do hope you enjoyed that.
Well,
Okay, whilst Colin is just spoofing around with the scores, I am going to ask you these questions from the spare quiz round. It's obviously not coming into the main scores, but here you go. This was my up my sleeve round in case something went wrong. And they're all based on what's happening currently. So number one, who is featured on the new £20 note? Who's on the new £20 note? Sorry, Sylvie, I know that's a very British question. Who's on the new £20 note? But Raffaella, you must know.
Angela's relatives like that. Florian, wash your mouth out.
I did. Number two.
No, John.
The minimum age of users of TikTok is increasing to what? The minimum age of users of TikTok is increasing to what? Number three, what is the amount that you can now spend on contactless in a single transaction? What's the new amount that you can now spend on contactless in a single transaction? Number four, IKEA released its recipe for which dish so people can recreate it at home? IKEA released its recipe for which dish so people can recreate it at home? Number five, which member of the royal family used social media channels recently to publicly praise efforts of key workers? Which member of the royal family used social media channels recently to publicly praise efforts of key workers? Do you want me to carry on, Colin, or do you want to do the scores?
I'm ready whenever. Yeah,
okay, I'm going to give you the answers to those five, and then Colin will give out the scores. So JMW Turner is on the new £20 note. Minimum age of TikTok's going up to 16. I think that's after some issue with one of the Kardashian kids. But I might not have that right. Number three, you can now spend up to £45 on contactless in a single transaction. IKEA released its recipe for its infamous meatballs. Don't know about the sauce, but there's certainly the meatballs. And Prince Philip, I don't know if he put it on social media channels himself or got a lackey to do it, but he has publicly praised the efforts of key workers, and indeed so he should, and so should we all. Okay, Colin's going to read out some of the scores, and here you go.
Well, it's fairly obvious to me that the people with less than 30, well, what should we say? Should we say 33 King Edwards, or 30 or 35-ish, are being extremely honest, full of integrity, but that hasn't won you any great plaudits. So, Raphael and Sylvie, you know who you are. I'm not going to mention the Vintons, but if actually it's just you, Callum, you've done very well. If Gary's there being loud, then I guess you've also done pretty well, actually. Huff and Puff coming in just under 30, disgraceful.
Michael, we always cheat at everything, you and I. What's wrong?
Yes, well, you weren't there to help him cheat. I think that's probably it, isn't it? Good on the integrity side. Well done on that. Yes, so as we go over the 35s, we have Meadowlarks at 35. I don't know if it's coincidence, we have Tucks and Tubbs on 37. Tubbs, Jack, that's you, I think. Quilty at 38.
That's Linda.
Okay, right side, I guess that's Right Stuff. And Brothers on 39. The Torpitzes and the, is it Heavy Parsnips or Harry Parsnips or something?
Hairy Parsnips.
Oh, Hairy Parsnips,
I don't know.
Of course it is. Both tied on 41 and an half. Fact Hunters on 42. I'm building the tension here. Potluck and Marshalls on 43. Stinky, what's that? Refuse? Stinky something's on 43 and a half. Sorry, I had to write this down very quickly. Angela's Army on 46.
Hey!
And you guessed it, that leaves those AFC women's team people on 46.5. Yes. I couldn't see any higher than that, but maybe I just overlooked them. If so, sorry.
You can send, we'll keep on for a couple of minutes. You can send in any comments or any feedback. I really hope you enjoyed it. Actually, I've enjoyed doing it a lot. I was desperate to do another quiz and get in front of the camera. Yeah,
only
okay.
half a bottle. That's good.
Thanks. We will do another one. Not exactly sure when. Won't be for a couple of weeks' time, I'm sure, and we'll put that out on social media again. And I really would love it if we saw you again, or indeed in any of our online classes. But thank you very much indeed. Oh, it's dark now. Well, we can get rid of them now, Colin, can't we, in a minute?
Oh, Any Port in a Storm were there, 39.
Oh, well done, Any Port in a Storm.
Boom from AFC Acorns.
Boom indeed. Well done.
Boom and bust. Thank you and good night.
Thank you and good night. Thank you very much indeed.